for today. So you're gonna go run 100 meters and then you're gonna do a 50-meter lateral walk. Get into a good athletic stance, so put your feet outside of the shoulders, your toes should be straight, you should have a bend in those knees, your hips slightly back and your chest up, right? So here's your athletic stance, your lateral walk. So the direction that I want to go, I drive off of that back leg, big step, so wider stance, and then bring it back to the athletic stance, all right? So big step, and then bring it back to the athletic stance. Don't allow your feet to come too close together and it brings you up. You wanna stay nice and low, good athletic stance. So you have 50 meters, then you're gonna run 100 meters, then you're gonna do another 50-meter lateral walk going the other way now, and then you're gonna run a final 100 meters. After you do all that, you're gonna come in and do 3 rounds. The first thing you will do are 10 scapular retractions. So from the push-up position, relax through the shoulders, allow them to come together, and then press them away, getting your spine to the roof. So you have 10 reps there. You have 3 rounds. On the second round, instead of doing these, you're gonna do a plank to pillar. So down to the elbows and back up to the hands. Your hands, your elbow, shouldn't have done that, got all riled up. Your hand should replace your elbow and then come up so that your hand is under your shoulder. A lot of times I see people, they're way out here and their hands are way outside of their shoulders and they come up and they just come up here. It's incorrect. So get your hand underneath your shoulder. So you have 10 there. And then on the third round, you'll do 10 push-ups. If you can't do them perfectly on your feet, go ahead and do them on your knees or at an incline. All right. The next thing you will do is for 30 seconds, you're gonna hold an Ironman position. So hands down at your side, palms down, and I'm gonna arch up, squeeze everything together, squeeze my glutes, squeeze my shoulders, get my chest up off the ground, my thighs off the ground, and I'm holding here for 30 seconds. And then you have side planks. 30 seconds on the left and 30 seconds on the right. Stack your feet, get your laces to your shins, dorsiflexion. Stack the shoulders, and then the shoulder over the elbow. Come on up, make sure the hips are up and forward in line with the rest of the body. You can go hand up in the air, hand on the side, and look forward. All right, have a good warm up. So your strength portion for today is broken up into 4 little sections, and you'll complete each section before you move on to the next. Every single section is going to be 4 rounds. It will all be superset, meaning you do the first exercise immediately followed by the second exercise, and then you can rest as needed before you start again on your next round. So 4 different sets, and then you're doing 4 sets on each of them. The first one is 15 single arm dumbbell bench press. You can do this on a bench. I don't have one, so I'm going to do this on the floor, but it's the same concept. So 15 per arm. To set it up, your elbow needs to be at a 45-degree angle to your torso. Plant your feet on the ground, and then also make sure that your knuckles are stacked over your wrist and stacked over your elbow. So your arm shouldn't be coming in like so. It should be stacked. All right, so you have 15 on this side. I like to go ahead and put my other arm up like I'm pretending to hold another dumbbell, and I've got 15 reps. I tap my elbow on the ground and immediately drive back up into the sky. I'll never come down and rest before and lose all this tension through here, all right? So you have 15, bring it down, pass it on top of your stomach as opposed to up here in the air. Reset your elbow, make sure everything is stacked, and then you have 15 on this side. Immediately you will go into a single arm dumbbell row. What you need to do is really just get into a deadlift position. So I will put the dumbbell down like so, like it's just this mini deadlift bar. Put your feet right up against it, your toes, feet underneath the hips, toes forward, and bend over as if you were about to pick this up like a deadlift. And then you're ready. Grab a hold with one arm and pull the dumbbell towards your torso. Notice that my elbow is driving behind the plane of my back. So I'm getting a nice big pull, nice good lat activation, and I'm not pulling to here. And then also be aware of when you start to climb up like this, your braking technique. In this position though, you've got to make sure you're tight through here, otherwise you'll put a lot of the pull on the lower back. So you'll do 15 on the right and then 15 on the left, rest is needed, and then finish off the rest of your rounds. Have a good workout. Your next strength is 4 rounds. Your 2 exercises this time, they're gonna be dumbbell curls and max diamond push-ups. So on the curls, you're gonna do both at the same time, so you're not alternating. You wanna pinch your elbow to your sides. I mean, you don't really wanna pinch them in, but they should be stuck there essentially. So don't allow them to move as you curl up. I'm gonna go from a neutral position, so palm facing towards my thighs, and then I'll rotate them up so that the palm faces the shoulder. So here you go, both at the same time. You have 15 reps here. Don't let them drop down. You should be controlling the weights as they go down, as opposed to this, and then it starts getting you into the kipping dumbbell curls. So avoid the kipping dumbbell curls strict. So you have 15 reps there. And then you have max diamond push-ups. So here you go. Make the diamond, place it on the ground, put your feet up outside the shoulders, and you're all the way down, all the way back up. Your elbows should be in tight. If it hurts, just go ahead and point your fingers out, but leave the palms in place, and still just keep those elbows really tight. If you cannot do a perfect push-up, you really ought to do an incline instead, all right? So same hands, all the way down, all the way up. Or you can do them on your knees, but this would be the better option. So 15 bicep curls, max push-ups, rest is needed, repeat for 4 rounds total. Have a good strength workout. The next strength cycle here, the next 2, is going to be squat jumps, and then it's going to be hollow rocks. So on the squat jumps, jump for height. Get as tall as you can. Make sure you keep the back straight and the chest up. All the way down, full depth, and then jump up as high as you can. So you'll max out on those, and then you're gonna go into the hollow rocks. So it's all about keeping the lower back glued to the ground. So start in your hollow hold position, and then go ahead and use your feet to get you into the rocking position. So my feet are together, my toes are out, my biceps are towards my ears, hands extended overhead. Oh, and she's in the way. I didn't need that rest though, not at all. So that's the position, but if you feel like the lower back's coming up, or you don't feel like it's a smooth roll, it's kind of like this 1-2 that you're doing. If you're doing the 1-2, you need to go to the progression. So right here, feet off the ground, crunch up so your shoulders can come off the ground, and then you can point 1 out, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, and just keep going, challenging yourself. So max and max, repeat 4 rounds. Have a good workout.
One.
Yes, good. Okay, so this last little bit is, again, 4 round superset. You have skull crushers and banded tricep extensions or push downs. So here we go. I'm in the same position I was for my bench press. My feet are planted on the ground, my head will rest on the ground, and then my back on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up with both hands, just 1 dumbbell. I'm gonna extend it overhead. What's gonna happen here is I'm gonna lower the dumbbell down towards my skull and keep my elbows stationary, pointed towards the sky, and then extend back towards the sky. So all the way down, I go to my forehead, and then all the way back out to extension up towards the sky. So the key thing is keeping the elbows in place, not allowing them to come out or go in or to move like so. So keep them up in their original position. So you're gonna do 15 reps there. Then you're gonna hop up, and you're gonna have a band ready for yourself, and you're gonna do tricep extensions, max. Just like the curls from earlier, you wanna keep those elbows at your sides. So you don't need to pinch them in, but just leave them right here. Don't allow them to come up or move down. So from here, all I'm doing is I'm driving my hands down towards my sides and fully extending my arms. You kind of do need to punch out, because if I go straight down, my thighs are in the way. So that's when you hear people say to punch out, and that way I can get to full extension. And then you want to make sure that you're not leaning forward and using that to help you drive to extension. You should be standing upright, your shoulders stacked over your hips and your knees. So max reps there, rest as needed. Finish the rest of your rounds after that. Have a good workout. Last part of your strength for the day is your 3-way shoulder shocker. So you're gonna do 3 rounds of this, and it's 10, 10, and 10 reps. So the first 10 reps is gonna be a seated front raise. It's supposed to be with a plate, but you can do it with a dumbbell, and you're gonna raise it up so that the handle's eye level, and then back down. Make sure that you're controlling it back down as opposed to letting it just drop. So you got 10 reps there. Then you would have a seated lateral dumbbell raise, but I don't have light enough dumbbells. I'm too weak to do this 25, right? Otherwise, this is where it would be. I have a band instead, so I will just do banded lateral raises. Again, control coming down. If you've got the dumbbells, you'll do both at the same time. As again, I have the band, so I would just do one at a time there. And then lastly, you have a 90-degree external rotation to press, 10 reps. So again, I can't do these with dumbbells. Just imagine that I had them though. What's gonna happen is make sure you're sitting upright and your chest is up and your shoulders are back. I'm gonna go ahead and pick these up into my front rack, modified front rack position. I'll press them up. I will come back to a 90-degree angle of both my armpit and my elbow, and then rotate them down like I'm about to do the robot, and then just lower. Then from there, pick them back up, press them to the sky, lower to 90, rotate down, back down. Again, pick them up, modified front rack, press to the sky, come down to your 290s, go down to the robot and lower, and you've got 10 reps there. All right, have a good strength.